And please give a hand to Maryann Wahmann.
Hi everybody, we're so excited to be here. It's great to see some of our old friends and make some new friends here. What I want you to do is just turn around to the person next to you on either side, and if they didn't come with you, I want you to exchange names, numbers, to become a support system, okay? It's very important that you have friends that can understand exactly what you're going through. You know, the virtual meetings are great, but there's nothing like walking in this room and actually looking at people who know exactly what you're going through. So make sure you exchange names and numbers. And if anybody in the Iowa area is interested in helping get the support group back up and running, please come and see me outside. Okay, so NCAN. So NCAN's mission is to grow awareness to patients, medical professionals, general publics, and to help patients and family navigate their journey. The reason why NCAN was formed was because of the fact that when I got diagnosed, after 7 years of being misdiagnosed, there was no information out there. I was given 5 years to live, and I didn't really want to accept it. At the time, the only available information was a lot of outdated information, and the only foundation out there was the Carcinoid Cancer Foundation. Carcinoid Cancer Foundation only answered the phone from 10 to 4 on Tuesday through Thursday. When did I get diagnosed? Thursday at 4 o'clock. So I had nobody to talk to, and it became our mission to make sure that each and every patient didn't have to wait that long to talk to somebody. So that's why NCAN was formed. Also, we have the patient hotline that's open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Please don't call after Eastern time unless it's an emergency. Leave a message, I'll get right back to you. If it's not an emergency, I will call you the next day. Our website is full of information, so make sure you go and visit there. A lot of these events are recorded. They're edited, and they'll probably be up within 2 to 3 weeks. On the website, go to the resource room. It has a lot of information in there. But more importantly, there's over 300 videos of specialists talking about the disease. So it's really important that you go there, check it out, get some information. We do conferences like this across the country. We also do national conferences. It looks like the national conference will probably be 2026, unless like some miracle comes through and these sponsors give us a lot of money to do it, because the national conferences are 3 days, 30 doctors, and over 600 patients. So it's very, very expensive to run, so we need to get that kind of money together. How many people have called the hotline before? Nobody? Julie, of course. Has anybody sent away file free information packet? Okay. We have support group meetings. Iowa is kind of right now in limbo since COVID and stuff. We'd like to get the group up and running. We do awareness events. We do virtual walks where you sign up, you get a t-shirt, and you walk with your family or your friends. A lot of people get together on Thanksgiving because November is Neck Cancer Awareness Month and November 10th is Neck Cancer Day. A lot of people get together for Thanksgiving, have Thanksgiving dinner together, and then between dinner and dessert, they say, let's go walk the neighborhood. And that's a way to spread the word and have time with your family. So it's a really great event. Think about joining us. And what we do is we help you advocate for yourself. So if you're calling us, we can refer you to doctors. We can help you find support groups. We can help you find other information about different drugs and things like that. So, and we want to have you advocate for yourself, okay? Not all doctors are a perfect fit for you. You need to find the perfect fit, okay? You do not work for the doctor works for you. And if you're not getting what you need from your local doctor, you need to fire them. It's okay to say, no, you're wrong, I want to do this. This is my body. I decide what goes into my body. You don't decide. You can suggest, but I get the final word, okay? So don't ever let anybody push you into doing something that you're not ready to do, especially if you're online. How many people belong to Facebook pages online? Okay. I want you to be very, very careful, okay? Do not, I repeat, do not give your personal information out on Facebook, okay? There's a couple of groups out there that require you to show a biopsy report, a pathology report, or they want your personal information. Do not share that information because it is not a private group. You don't know who's lurking in there. A lot of the groups try to do their best to block people out of there, but there are sometimes people that get in there. So do not give your personal information out. Do not share your medical reports. If you want to copy and paste, that's fine, but don't give your name, because I see so many times people's names, their date of birth, their address. You don't want to put that on the internet, so please don't. Please don't go into those groups. They are run, a lot of times they're run by patients. They're not doctors, they're not physicians. They may know something about it, but they may not. Don't let any of them tell you what you have to do. What I'm going to tell you is to advocate for yourself. Once in your lifetime, you need to go and see a net specialist. If you live in this area and were able to drive here, you have the best place to go right here in Iowa. A lot of people aren't that lucky. Some people have to travel thousands of miles to see a specialist. But once in your lifetime, go see a specialist. And the reason is because they can work a game plan out with you and tell you where to go. And then you can work with the local oncologist. A lot of people say you have to go see a specialist and you need to see the specialist. Well, you don't want to be driving 6 hours to go and get your stand-up shot or your lanreotide shot. So you have to have a local doctor work with you. So try not to let people bully you into doing things that you don't want, because Facebook and other online groups are very good at that. So we started this because it was very clear that the net patients and the communities needed to find doctors, needed to find treatments. Here are some of the specialists that we worked with through the years that are very dear to us, and that's Dr. Richard Wahmann, the founder of the Carcinoid Cancer Foundation. Dr. Jean Waltering, who is in Louisiana at the NOLA Clinic. There's Charlie Nutting out in Colorado. Lowell Anthony, who is at the University of Kentucky. On the bottom right corner is Dr. Bill Gow. He was at Stanford, he has retired. And of course, how many remember Dr. Odorizio? Dr. Odorizio's death was a very big blow for the net community. Okay. So practical advice, okay? I want you to keep networking. Talk to people, read, find out information, but remember, before listening to anybody about taking this vitamin, that vitamin, this snake oil, whatever, check with your doctors. Make sure it's not going to interfere with the medication that you're having, okay? Even the slightest little vitamin can throw things off, so make sure you tell the doctors everything. I know for myself, I'm really bad about this. When you go into a doctor's office and the doctor says, how's everything? And the first thing out of your mouth is, oh, I'm doing great, I'm fine. You don't tell him that for the last 3 days you've been in the bathroom 20 times. You don't tell him that I've been flushing for the last 2 hours. You always say, I'm fine. So you really have to be honest with your doctors and say exactly what you're feeling. You need to tell them, because they can't help you if you're not giving them the whole story, okay? Keep learning. Come to conferences like this. Go on the website. Watch videos. Get the information when you can. Join a support group, you know? Reach out to a net specialist, like I said, once a year. And if you're not getting what your doctor needs, what you're getting from the doctor what you need to find a new doctor. I can't tell you how many specialists I've had or how many doctors I've had during the 23 years of being diagnosed. Probably hundreds, okay? The other thing is, how many people give their doctors gifts at Christmas time? A lot. Instead of giving a gift, why not have your doctor, if he or she is not a member of NANETS, why not give them a NANETS membership so they can continue to learn and get the most up-to-date information about clinical trials, about drugs that are out there. That is very important, because then you're advocating for the doctor to get more information, and in that case, they're turning around and giving you the right information. So we have a couple of more events this year. We just got back from Miami last week. In February, we were in San Diego. And in May, we're going to be in New Orleans. In September, we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. We do quarterly live question and answer sessions where we bring in the doctors, and we do it over the live stream it, and you send in the questions and the doctors answer it in real time. We do Let's Get Real podcast. Every first Wednesday of every month, they're released. A lot of times they're patients or they're doctors that we speak to. Again, we have the virtual walk with anybody can join. We do a walk in Charlotte, and then we have a celebration of life in Long Island, which is a really great event. That's where we started. We had Dr. Odovicio come to our first meeting in Long Island. Robert and I went to the Marriott Hotel down the street, said we'd like to rent a room, we're having a doctor come in for a conference. We handed them a credit card and got out in the car and said, oh my gosh, how are we going to pay for this? So Robert and I looked at our friends and family, and they were all great, and they all chipped in, and we did a celebration. We did a dinner dance at the time at a Knights of Columbus. We raised $10,000 the first year, and the bill came to $9,500. Thank God for that extra $500, because that is why we have NCAN today. So this is really tough for me to do, and I'm hoping that I don't cry. So Dr. Odovicio was not only a colleague, he was a fantastic doctor for many. He loved the NET community. There was nothing that he didn't love more than the NET community. He really cared about his patients. He was really, really instrumental in bringing a lot of treatments from Europe over here to Iowa that a lot of other places didn't have. And because of his leadership and his dedication to NCAN and to the NET community, we wanted to keep his memory alive. And by doing that, we started the Odovicio Award for NET Leadership. And last November, Dr. James Howe, who was the first recipient, it included an award, and it included $10,000 towards research. We really like to see this continue. So, you know, the sponsors help out, but if you're interested in keeping Odo's memory alive, make a donation, put for Odovicio Award, so maybe next year we can give $20,000 and keep it going. We'll never forget him. He was very, very special to each and every one of us. And I want to see that his memory continues. I want to see his work continue. I want to see this research continue. And I want to see that every patient has the doctors that really, really care. You'll never find another doctor like Odovicio. So thank you for being here. If you have any questions, please come outside. And like I said, if there's anybody here that is interested in helping start the support group back up, let me know. We help with the training, we help with the program. We try to give you the information so you don't have to go searching. You know, it's once a month, once every 2-3 months. It could be once a year, twice a year, whatever you're into. All you need to do is find a local place to meet, a library, a church, anywhere that you can get a room, and we'd really like to get the group started again. There is nothing like getting to talk to another NET patient. No other cancer patient will understand. Most cancer patients, after 5 years, they're cured or they're gone. NET patients can be around really long, and we want them to have that support. Like I said, 23 years this year. And I have a daughter that has it as well, and Tricia is diagnosed 11 years. So let's get these groups going. Let's get the support to each and every one of you. And whatever you need, give us a shout. Thank you.